hit the record button. It should. I still hate the new layout of the bottom of Zoom, where It's like the buttons. They
Yeah,
change how it look, and there's the AI companion, which I don't. It's fine. It's whatever. It's all good.
I think we should turn them on. Ask host to turn on AI companion.
Ask host to turn. You're turning on the AI companion.
Well, I'm just interested to see what it does. Well, because this one does a summary.
Summary
Ask
of summary
questions.
of what?
I'm assuming just it summarizes everything we talk about at the end of the meeting. Like I think it gives us this at the end of the meeting. Ask
Interesting.
questions about this meeting, catch up on what you've missed and more.
Great. So it's going to be asking, why are they talking a lot about like weird penis shit and
Oh
stuff?
my God.
No, that's not okay. Hi, I'm Owen. Welcome back to This Is Probably a Mistake. And we got
Obviously, this is probably a mistake.
yeah, and we got Sophia here with me as well, as usual. Woohoo!
Yeah. New guests to come.
New
We
guest.
talked about that afterwards. We want to
Yes.
start having.
Should we do it? We should probably do it. We should do a poll for who our next guest should be,
Okay.
I think, for like 9 people to vote on.
Do we normally get 9 votes? Did we get
We
the
got
results back from the candy corn poll?
I haven't checked. I mean,
Hmm.
I can go check right now. But so far the only interaction we've had was Emily Moore commenting on the first one that I smell. So,
Oh, okay.
um, so
Thanks for
not a
that.
lot of interaction, but it is what it is. Uh, let's see what we got. Okay, for the poll was on the last one.
Hmm.
Okay,
So that was our
let's
first one of this new season, right?
yeah.
I
Or it might
think
have
it's the
been
only
no, it
one
might have
we've done.
new seat. Yeah, let let me see. Audience comments polls. Here we go. Well, we had 5 votes last time, so
Hmm.
is candy corn good candy. I think I just simplified it this time. 3 for yes, 2 for no.
So
So,
once again, I win.
well, it's whatever. It's fine.
The people have spoken. What
Our
can I say?
demographic is still mainly 45 to 59-year-olds. Wait,
Last time it was primarily our age.
it's now primarily 45 to 59-year-olds that are
Parents.
feet, and our main demographic is still female. So, ladies
Okay.
and Gen X. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Uh, when we still got 2% from the UK. Eight, it's
Um,
Russia's gone up to 8.5. So, I guess we're
cool.
communists now.
Oh my God.
Way to go, us! Fight the power. Equal. I don't know what communists do other than lose. Uh, maybe that's why people think I'm a conservative because of all those jokes that I make like that. I guess we'll see. Uh,
That'd be our next poll. Is Owen conservative or not?
the amount of people that I was at Hawkins' girlfriend's birthday party, and this dude who I've never met before was going around the party, and he's drunk as fuck, and he's like, "I'm gonna guess who everyone's voting for," and then I showed up
Hi,
late.
nice to meet you too.
Yeah, well, it's like a little bit into the party. I showed up late because I wasn't in the group chat because I just moved back to Nashville at the time, but I came after I was told, and then
Didn't crash it.
I'm just sitting in their hallway, and then he goes up to every person like Trump, Kamala, Trump, Kamala, Trump, Kamala. I'm like, and then he gets to Josh, and he's like, "Who are you voting for?" And Josh says Kamala, and he's like, "Who are you really voting for?" Because he didn't believe Josh. He also didn't believe that Josh was um, because Josh is like, I think a quarter black. It's either a quarter or he's half black, just based off of like genetics. I can't remember the exact number, but he did not believe Josh at all whatsoever when he said that. I was like, okay, and then he kept going. But the guy, it doesn't really matter. But he's a queer Hispanic man, so he's going around, and then he gets to me. I think at that point I'm wearing like just a UT sweatshirt maybe, if that. No, I'm wearing my New Heights sweatshirt, my jeans, my going out my going out boots and like kind of a hat kind of like this, but my Guardians of the Galaxy hat, the navy blue one that I wear a lot. And I was also like really recently post breakup, so I hadn't shaven at all. So it's like pretty like thick and beard. And then he just goes, "Who are you voting for?" And I said, Kamala. I was like, "Don't lie to me. Who are you voting for?" And I said, voting for Kamala. And then he just gives me the side eye. He's like, "Hmm." And then he goes back and he's like, "All those people out there in the hallway are voting for Trump." I'm like, "I just what?" I said I did not say that. That is
She just
bullshit.
didn't believe you.
No. And then later on in the party, he's like, "I love all my white friends." I'm like, it's like I'm actually half Filipino. He's like, "You're Filipino." And then he just sings some crazy shit to me in like I think Korean, and does like a TikTok dance in front of me, and I just don't know how to respond to this. He's just going like,
What?
and he's like doing a TikTok dance and like singing a song to me. It's either in Korean or Tagalog. I don't know because one, I don't speak Tagalog, and which surprised a lot of people down at Disney with who are like fully Filipino, and it's like you're Filipino and you don't speak Tagalog. It's like, yeah, well, no,
Does your dad speak Tagalog?
no. My my grandparents thought it'd be great if they didn't teach my dad or uncle Tagalog so they could speak bad about them in front of them.
That's
So it'd just be like, "Balalora, Joel," and they're like, "Oh shit, what did I do?" There's, there's nothing they can do except just
no
like
idea.
fully take it sitting there. But no, I do know. So sip and motiti, you know, which means you suck dick. And then it's not like the correct phrasing, but it's like masarap pek pek, which means that your hoo-ha is delicious. So those are the only two phrases I know. So those
I don't know. Yeah. Good. So
that's
glad you're learning.
it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't think she's ready.
I'm not I'm not prepared. I knew you knew the first one because you always used to
Yes.
say it in high school.
Yeah. Well, the second one was taught to me at Thanksgiving dinner
Oh,
by
good.
my no, so at like by my dad when we were out to eat. We it was the year it was 2022 because that's when Hendon Hooker had just torn his ACL the week before, and we had come back, and that's
Yeah.
when Gabby was staying with me for Thanksgiving that year,
Yeah.
and we were out to dinner with her in like a fancy restaurant in downtown, like steakhouse downtown, and he's just loud. It's like, "You know what the Tagalog word for vagina is? It's peck peck."
I'm sure he's gonna love this episode.
And then later, it's just like delicious is Maserop. So you put two and two together. I'm just like, great. So I'm glad that the Tagalog that I'm learning is this. Oh wait, no, grandfather and grandmother is Lolo and Lola respectively. So
Because that's what you call your grandparents, right?
yes, that's what I call my grand. That's what I want to be called Lolo when I get old. So
Yeah, you should
anywho,
probably learn more of the language.
should I learn more of the language? Listen, man, I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably never going to go there, but I can now because guess what came in the mail?
Oh,
My passport.
Owen officially has a passport. Only
I,
took you, I guess, your entire life, really.
yeah. Now I can go annoy people in all different countries.
Oh, good. I'm just surprised that you're willing to leave the US now.
Yeah. Well, when you enter a contest for Eras Tours tickets to Vancouver, anything's possible.
How many contests have you entered for Eras tickets?
This is only the second one. I was decently close for winning the first one. There
Mm,
wasn't like a lot of entries, you know. But for this one, they're picking two people to win two floor tickets to the final show in Vancouver. Uh, they're paying for the airfare, hotel room, and you get $500 for merch or cash or whatever, however you
well,
want
that
to
would
spend it.
be pretty sweet.
Yeah, just gotta figure out if I win who I take. I don't know.
Are
Uh,
you not going to take who you would have taken to the other one?
I didn't know who I was gonna take to the other one.
Didn't you already ask Joseph?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, it's Joseph. He's always busy, you know. I can you can never get a hold of that guy, especially nowadays. We get it. He's happy. Boo-hoo, whatever. But you know, like pick up a phone, motherfucker. Goddamn.
Oh God.
We get it. You love your girlfriend. Woo. Anyway, uh,
How are you doing, Ellen?
I'm doing great. You know,
So,
doing better. Um, you know, it's fantastic. You know, love being single. I'm back into the role of coaches don't play. Loving it. You know, after being in the game for about 7 months, 6 or 7 months. You know, after being in that game, you know, it's great to be back on the sidelines, right where I belong. I just want to thank Madeline for giving me the opportunity to come back into the coaching position. It's great, fantastic. I can't wait to bring great stuff to the single organization once again with my track record of 100% success rate in the bars as a wingman and helping out my players. I can't wait to do that again. Hoping for the same success. You know, it's a little harder now with some of these people. You know, it's gonna be a lot harder
running
now.
out of players, yeah.
I mean, I'm down some players. You know, some stuff happened in the off season while I was gone. Um, but I mean, I got some quality players still. I got Liam Numovsky, I got Chase Colangelo, I got Chaz Whoople, and I got Joshua Braden. You know, it's gonna be a hard sell for some of these people, but you know, we're doing what we can to make sure that they are able to do what they can.
Well, they've been missing their star coach, so
Our coach, yes. Any other questions from the media at this moment? Right?
I don't think so. I think you've
No
answered
any questions
everything.
from the
Thank
media?
you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And go single men. Woohoo. But no, it's going good. It's okay. You know, people calling me for it, but like, what would you do in the situation? I was like, well, I don't know. But never. Then they take my advice with just like, woohoo. You know, now that I have the 7 month relationship to back up my credibility. Uh, at the before this, I just had the 1 month relationship and like a couple hookups. So
Right. So,
sprinkled in there, like you know, you're like, I'll take light ice in this drink instead of like full ice. Uh, but you know, it is what it is. You know, yeah. I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, I'm reading. I finished A Court of Thorn and Roses. You know,
oh, okay. Was it
um,
good? Did it live up to the hype?
it's pretty good. I
Okay.
will just say, to give a simple review of it,
Yeah.
it's quite literally just horny Beauty and the Beast, which is already pretty horny and weird because it's essentially Beauty and the Beast is essentially a white woman hooking up with a dog with horns, you know, with goat legs. That's Beauty and the Beast, and she instantly. And her, like most of us, when he turns back into humans, like, gross, go back to the weird dog man. Why was he hotter? Anyway, but this, hey,
I think we watched different Beauty and the Beast.
hey, if you
Okay.
like Beauty and the Beast, you'll love this. Essentially, it's an illiterate white woman falling in love with a weird fairy man that can turn into a wolf, you know?
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to read the rest of the series?
Yeah,
There's a bunch
I'm
of
on the
books, right?
second one already.
Oh, good.
So this is the size of the first one, right?
Okay.
This one is significantly thicker.
Oh my
Significantly thicker. The first one was like I was
God.
416 pages.
Which
I'm
one's this?
This one is A Court of Mist and Fury, the second.
Hmm.
This one is, let me see. This one is 67 chapters for 624 pages.
That's a lot.
And I was like, I called Madeline after, you know. I caught up with her. We're doing great. We're friends. It's fantastic. Anyway, that's besides the point. I called her, I was like, hey, you lied to me all those months ago. You said there would be smut in this. There's like one scene, you know? There's like one scene in this. I was lied to about the smut, you know? I was expecting something. You know, I was like, I can't read this at work. Sort of smut, which I've read before because she told me to read a smut book at work because she thought it was funny. Anyway.
That is really funny.
Anywho, we'll dive into that in a second. Anyway, this one, I'm not even because I was reading it. I started it Friday, right before work, and Because each chapter, when you have a 670 24-page book with 6 7 chapters, each chapter has got to be like 10 pages, to keep up with that. Um, I read the first chapter going to work, nothing really expected, continuation from the last book. I'm not even 46 pages in, and one chapter, 5 of the pages was just smut, and I think that was like chapter 3.
I'm not disappointed anymore.
And it's like, here, let me find an excerpt that I
Oh,
read.
oh God.
I already listen. We're already
I
on
think, okay,
a
wait, there's another book in this series. I think it's A Court of Silver Flames that I
yeah.
hear that's the one that has like a ton of smut in it.
No, I had Madeline read me an excerpt from it. No, she had me read an excerpt from it. That one. On our first date after we had just eaten at Chick-fil-A. And because and then she's like, wait till you hear this. And we're driving out of Chick-fil-A. And she puts on the excerpt and it's like his tongue on my like
No.
vagina or some shit. I'm like, what? Huh? And I almost went like, what? When I heard it. I can't remember exactly what I got. Oh,
That's the one I always hear is like really intense.
I wish
But
I could remember the exact phrasing of it because it was just so bad. It was something out of a porno, but like better written, which
oh,
I
I guess.
but let me get back to this.
Oh, good.
Um,
I can't wait.
let me see. Yada yada yada. Oh, here we go. Okay. No, that's a horse thing. It's not a sex thing. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay. Mm. He emerged from the bathroom room, slinging off his tunic and shirt, and I propped myself on my elbows to watch as he paused at the edge of the bed. My attention went straight to the strong, clever fingers that unfastened his pants. Yeah. Tamlin let out a low snarl of approval, and I bit my bottom lip as he removed his pants along with his undergarments, revealing the proud, thick length of him. I've never heard a penis described as proud. What would that look like? Viewers at home, comment below.
Oh my
What do you
God.
think a proud, thick length looks like? Anyway,
Oh my God.
um,
What is happening?
dragged my gaze up to his
This
muscled
was not on the agenda.
torso. His features turned ravenous while I crawled across the bed. I I pushed back the blankets, revealing my already naked body, and he hissed. Calloused hands grabbing hips and waist. Yeah, I
Is this
moaned
the
and
guy that
tilted
turns
him.
into a wolf?
Yes, this is the man that turns into a wolf, but he's not turning into a wolf here.
Well,
He's just,
yes, no,
he's
I
just
just
acting like a wolf.
gotcha. Right. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, it's just like, okay, I think that was page. I'd lost it. That was like the third chapter of the books. That's like page 25 right there. No, 21. Not even
It's
20
it's
pages in.
trying to make up for what Akatar was missing.
I guess. Apparently, a lot of this. Apparently, the smut gets really good in this book, is what Madeline said. So,
Oh, okay.
guess we'll see. Anyway,
Oh
but
my
yes.
God.
But hey, if you love Beauty and the Beast, God, you'll love fairy sex and illiterate, unintelligent human girl have sex. You'll love it.
Well, John got me one of her other series,
Oh, Throne of Glass. Well, see, no, yeah.
which
See,
is supposed to be not like
no,
that.
it's not a smutty. So yeah, I'm starting off
Yes.
with that too.
Have you read it? Or are
No.
you?
So I'm picking up on it. But apparently, I was told to read this one first because it comes out later, but
Yes.
chronologically, it
It's
happens
third.
before Throne of Glass.
Yes.
So
See, that's what I've seen like debates on whether or not which one you read
yeah,
first. I think I'm going to read that where it was published
yeah.
though, because people have said that's how you get the best like emotional
That's how you
reaction.
get the best. Yes, but then
This
I
one
was
isn't supposed to have like fairies and stuff though. I think this is just normal people.
well. Apparently, it's a connect. Sarah J. Maas might be trying to do like a connected universe thing with these. Is
Oh,
what I've been told. Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll have to read the other series as well.
Maybe, I think you should read it.
That'd be cool.
I think you'd enjoy it. I feel like you'd not just because of the sex stuff,
I
because it's
could try.
actually, besides the sex, it's a decent story.
Okay.
Even though the names are so stupid. Oh my, like, okay. So the
It's a
main
fantasy
character's
book,
name,
Owen.
what?
They're fairies.
No, well, the human girl's name is Feyre, you know? But it's spelled Feyre. So I thought it was like fear or some shit, because weird. But no, I had to have a whole lesson on how these are pronounced. Is like it was like the time I was on the phone with Madeline, and she's like, what'd be funny? Try to pronounce these cities in Washington, and I couldn't because they're made up nonsense names that I don't believe cities that are real. I was like, okay, that's Spokane. I know that one. And then it was like Sarkatua. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck type of city is this? And what is wrong with this state of people? And it's like, ugh.
Oh my
It's like,
God.
what? This one's like, actually, this one's in Idaho. It's like, so that's not even a city in Washington. So I just got bamboozled
What?
on the phone. This is ludicrous. You know,
God.
Nothing but love for her. Anyway, uh, so yeah, that's okay. I finished the Matthew Perry book.
It's very sad.
It's very sad, but it was very like it put a lot of things in perspective for me. It was like, man, had I, taken the break a completely different way and started like fully drinking, that could have been because I've had a lot of similar thoughts that he's had, not addiction wise, but just like, self wise. I'm just like, wow, had I fully gone into drinking instead of just not drinking, I could be in a whole different situation right now.
Are you seeing a therapist?
No, it's too expensive.
Do you have insurance? I think you should look into that.
I I did a session.
Okay. You normally
I'm
need a few more than a session.
I'm
It's just,
doing fine. I'm not
I
saying I
think,
don't need it. I probably do need it.
yeah.
But, I'm doing fine.
Okay. I think you should look into that a little
Hmm.
bit more.
Hmm.
Just a few more sessions.
Just a
Just
few
a
minutes.
few more.
Well, if it wasn't $65 a week, I would do it. But
Well, that's what you should. Okay. Yeah. Well,
it's
we'll
whatever.
find you something. I'm sure we can figure it out for you.
Is that what this is gonna be? Is this an intervention podcast?
Yes, actually, it's an intervention with just me and
Oh,
our listeners.
and our listeners, great. They're not gonna do anything.
Probably not.
They're not gonna do jack shit. Um, no. I mean, my mom will probably tune out after I read out the proud thick length line.
I'm
You
sure a
know,
lot of people have tuned out long before that
or
one.
maybe we'll gain more. Is that what the name of this podcast? The proud thick length episode.
Oh my God, please don't do that.
um,
We need to put a warning.
what warning can we possibly put other than it's already explicit?
I,
Oh, so people
Owen
can.
reads explicit. Owen reads smut in this episode. Be
I
prepared.
think we should. I think that should be an episode where I read smut.
You can. What you want to do?
Should we do a book? Should me and you do a book club, like a smut book club?
Oh, a smut I've never read a smut book.
Listen
So
out. Listen here. You're
if
missing out. It's
I'm
pretty good.
prepared.
You get some. I was listen. I was hesitant at first. I'm like
Mhm,
because I read the first one. We talked about smut. I read the cowboy smut book.
mhm,
Dustin gone, done and dusted.
mhm.
And I was like, okay, where's the smut? Because apparently it's one of the best slow burns ever. God, when that slow burn was over, it's like fucking throwing a match into a house that's covered in kerosene and filled with gunpowder. Holy shit! When I tell you that that it was like, yeah, we were just at the lake chilling, and all of a sudden, I could feel his veiny cock up against my chest. Like, the fuck is this? Where did this come from?
Oh my
And
God.
then the smut didn't even make me mad. The fact that there was a whole chapter describing the veins and outline of Luke Brooks's cock, and there's 2 pages covering a barrel racing, which is a big contention in the story for her because she's got thrown off a horse and she hasn't been able to barrel race. And it's just like there's a page. Spoilers alert. It's just like, yeah, she did it we didn't even see it because she did her fastest time of barrel racing. And I was like, that's it? That all that buildup of her getting back onto the horse after being thrown off of one and almost dying, and we get half a page of her saying, "Yep, she did it," and then we only get we get not one but like three different chapters describing this man's cock and how it feels, and I'm like, what are we doing here? You know, we're like, I get it. It's a romance novel, but give
Yeah.
me some more barrel racing. Come on. And then the second book was, I feel like, a lot better because it was evened out the smut with
Mm.
the
That's
purpose of
good.
the book, which was like, so it's I can't remember the exact name of the ranch that's called, but it's like it's this ranch. It's a series. It's all takes place on like the same like ranch in town, and it follows like this one family, right? So the first book follows Emmy, and then the girl, and then her love interest is her eldest brother's best friend, right?
Okay.
Okay. The second book is the middle brother, and then the love interest is a girl who is an interior designer who is helping him rebuild one of the houses on the ranch to turn into a guest like house for like people to
Mm-hmm.
come visit the ranch, you know. And
Gotcha.
the building of the house reflects their relationship and all that, and there's a lot more depth into it as well as the smut, you know. I was like, okay, I can appreciate this decent amount of smut, but it's also a decent amount of the story, you know. It's whatever. And the third one just came out this week called Lost and Lassoed. So the tricky part
You
about
have
this,
to read that now.
well, I pre-ordered it. I'm reading it currently as well. I'm reading like four different books. Two of them are sex books.
Oh,
And
God.
anyway, um, this one, it's the eldest brother and
Okay.
then the girl from the first book, her best friend, but they hate each other.
Hmm.
But just from the insinuations from I'm getting from like the first two chapters, I think they hooked up beforehand and haven't told anybody. So,
Hmm.
so there's some. I think there might be a
Interesting.
little bit of reason why,
Some
but
tension
he,
there.
but he also already has a kid.
Oh.
But it's okay because the him and the baby mama are like fully platonic, and they're just like really focused on raising the kid and make sure he has a good life. And we love that. We love the kid.
You have a healthy co-parenting
It's a
situation.
very healthy co-parenting situation in Montana. I was like, that's weird as hell. I thought they just had bears and bison up there and the occasional ranch, you know?
Oh,
But healthy
God.
co-parenting, who would have thought? Not this guy. Anyway, but then okay, but they've already announced a fourth book, right? And the
Oh.
fourth book, they're out of siblings.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna
what they're
say. So hold on. So the sister ends up with the oldest brother's best friend, and then the
yes,
oldest brother ends up with the sister's friend.
I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll have to see. I'm assuming
But
that's
like
where it's going.
that's what it's about. It's
I'm
about
assuming where it's going. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Anyway, and then the fourth. I want to take take a guess about who the fourth book is about because
It's
I
about the
got
baby
I,
mama.
it is the I yeah it is the baby. I got it wrong. So I owe Madeline like $20.
What did you think it was going to be about?
I can't remember, but it was some ludicrous answer. I
Oh
said
yeah, that makes sense.
I was like, I bet it's gonna be the dad and some old lady or some shit. Which I was like, that'd be nice. You know, because it was around the time the Golden Bachelorette came out.
Oh
I
yeah.
was
So
like,
you're like, oh,
people are loving old people romance.
elderly people want love too.
Exactly. So I was like, it's got to be like some. I bet it's going to be the dad and their dad who runs the ranch, and then someone else. You know, but I
That
was
would have made sense.
it's the baby mama and a forlorn lover that had just returned to town. So
Oh.
and he returned to town in the second book, and there's like some tension because they were having a girls' night in the new house, and
Oh.
then he walked in looking for like Brooks and Gus, and there was like immediate tension, and she's like shy, and he's like, "Howdy," and I was like, "Oh, ee!" uh,
Oh my God.
anyway, so on to football.
Yeah, books weren't even on the agenda.
No, I think we should do a book club. I feel like it'd be fun.
I'd be down to do a book club, and then we can talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. We'll find something. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, in the comments, put your book recommendations.
They don't have to be smut focused.
Here, focus on the smut. Focus
No,
on the smut.
that's okay.
Give us something to
I
talk
did. I
about.
have read. I've read one Colleen Hoover book. I read It Ends With Us before the movie came out, and that had some stuff. And then I've read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, which that has some stuff too,
Yeah,
but it's not
yeah.
quite as intense as.
No, it's not as intense as the cowboy sex books.
Yes, yeah.
Also, did you know there's like more than like five hockey smoke butts out there?
I've seen a lot of stuff about Icebreaker, but
Yes, and I've heard
that's the
that's a
only
good
one. I just
starter
see it
one
all over
apparently.
TikTok.
I'm not an expert, but I've dated an expert on all this. So apparently, there's enough hockey smut books to where you can read 55 in 1 year. And
Oh my
that's not
God.
even, and pun intended, it's not even the tip of the iceberg. So, because
I know there are a lot of like sports-based ones.
they skate on ice. Uh,
Yeah, no, I got the pun.
all right,
Thank you. Thank you for
okay.
explaining it though.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
just
if you
to
got her or
make
not.
sure we're on the same page. Didn't
I
want
didn't hear
to
any laughter, so I didn't know if you got her. Anywho,
the football.
yes, I know that football, baseball, all the hot sports, you know.
Are you watching baseball? Well, baseball's not going on right
No,
now.
baseball's not going on.
Oh,
I
you
just
just
like
said
where it's
golf.
where all the hot people are, hot sports like hockey.
Oh, yes, gotcha.
Yeah, not denying it. So yeah, you understand that all the hot people play hockey and baseball, and there's the occasional good looker in football, like Jimmy Garoppolo and Sam Hartman. So
I was like, wait, who's Sam Howard? But yeah, no, I know who you're talking about
some
now.
kid said like the other day, because I'm styling my hair differently now. It's like we were talking. It's
Wait,
like
what are you? Hold on.
he
What are you
said.
doing with your hair?
Well, it's just long. It's longer now, and I'm just kind of doing like middle swoosh back or whatever. It's I didn't
Hmm.
feel like doing it this morning because I was like, ugh. As you could tell, I just put in my I didn't even put in my contacts. I really rolled out of bed.
Yeah,
I
I fully thought you were asleep, and I
no,
texted you.
I was brushing my teeth when you texted me, so I was like, well, the 2 minutes isn't over yet because my toothbrush is still vibrating, so I can't do anything about that yet. You know,
Yeah, bye. I gotta wait for it. I'm
I
at the
I
mercy
gotta
of the
wait for that
toothbrush.
toothbrush to finish fucking vibrating, so I know I got clean mouth. You know, so. But anywho, some kid said, "You look like Sam Hartman." I'm like, "Yes, I'll take that." So,
How old was this child?
child's in like sixth or seventh grade. So,
They
ego,
might need to be checked for glasses.
ego
They
through the
need to
roof.
see.
No one to bring me down. It's
They
it's it's gonna keep going up.
they
So,
definitely need to see the eye doctor.
it's going up. Ego going up. No
No,
stopping me.
no, they
Bada
need it.
bing, bada boom.
They need
Fuck
their eyes
you.
checked. Oh, like they definitely need some thick glasses. That is
How about you just let me ride my high horse right now? Because you're happy and married, and
bad and alone.
I'm not sad and alone. I'm just alone. Okay? God.
We'll see what your therapist thinks about that.
Well, we wouldn't know because I'm not paying $65 a week for that shit. You know?
Okay.
Anyway, so football's been pretty interesting.
Professionally, football's kind of sucked for both of us.
Yeah. The Titans won last weekend.
Finally. Yeah, in
And
overtime
the first time
against
the Titans
the
and the
Patriots.
Balls have won in the same week, I think, since like 2022.
How's that even possible? That's crazy.
Well, what I've noticed is the trend when the Vols do really well, the Titans suck ass. And I don't know why.
You can't be too happy, Owen. It's
Apparently
dangerous.
not. Apparently not. And then, yeah, the one time the Titans won this year, the Vols lost. Well, this first time the Titans won in the same week because we beat the Dolphins and then we lost to Arkansas. I was like,
Oh,
but
God.
we beat Mississippi State. Nico's gonna be okay for Athens. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
No, they said Josh Heupel said last night he'll be fine. It was just a precautionary measure last night.
but I hope he's actually.
He's Samoan. Come
And
on.
Samson went down, but Samson should be fine too.
And
I just
Samson
said
came
that.
right back in and scored a touchdown.
Yes, I know, but he kept going down and being hurt. Everyone keeps going down and getting hurt, and then they go out and then they come back in, and it's fine. But
That's just SEC play. We just beat the absolute shit out of each other while we let all the other conferences hate each other with pool noodles. Like, we're playing football. Oh, look, a touchdown! Like, do you ever watch?
Miami finally lost. Do you see that?
Thank God. They've gotten so like they should have lost at Virginia Tech when they played against Virginia Tech. They fully should have lost against Virginia Tech. But thank God, apparently Georgia Tech is just the bane of the ACC because they started FSU's downfall this year, which God, man, to be in my former roommate at Disney, we call him CP Dad because he was older than us. He's an FSU fan and a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, so he's
Oh,
struggling
that's
this football
rough.
season. Yeah, yeah, sucks to suck.
Yeah, it makes you feel better, right?
Yeah,
Could
you know,
always be worse.
yeah. Yeah, I could be a Browns fan and have a sexual predator as my quarterback that I can't get rid of for the next 4 years.
That is true.
Yeah, sucks to suck Deshaun Watson. Fuck you. Um,
He's still getting paid. I don't know that he's hurting too much, really.
well, I mean, yeah, he's getting paid, but I don't think it feels great when you like tear your ACL and an entire stadium of people clap and cheer when they and yell are yelling things, and it's like not usually clap and cheer when they cart off the field, like you know that, but they're
Yeah.
clapping and cheering because you got hurt and you know it because they're screaming you suck and we hate you while he's being carted off the field, which some people are like I feel bad. I was like I don't. He's a predator. He deserves worse. But anyway, that's besides the point. Football. It's going. College football's interesting. Georgia lost last night. The only time I was actually like cheering for old piss. 'Cause
No, I wanted Ole Miss to win because now I'm worried that Georgia's gonna have a chip on their shoulder coming into our game, and they're gonna be, yeah, yeah.
Carson Beck has had 3 turnovers in 3 consecutive games, and their O line is very, no, like he was getting he was getting sacked. Listen, if we lose to Sid the Sloth this week, like the
But we're in Georgia. Like if we were in Knoxville, I'd be less worried about it. But we're
Georgia almost lost to Mississippi State this year. Like they were struggling against Mississippi State. They only beat Mississippi State by 8 points. They like Texas they struggled against. They struggled against Kentucky this year. Sophia, remember that?
yeah, yeah. They've had some weird
They
games.
won against Kentucky by 5 points. You know, and
So I'm looking.
I'm not going in super confident into
Yeah,
this because it's a little later in the season, you know. But
yeah.
the fact that is since Kentucky, they've just been struggling year long. And it's like the only reason why they've been winning is because their defense has been able to get them in opportune like positions to score. Like
Mhm.
their defense gets them to the 15-yard line or the 5-yard line, and they're there set up to score. You know, but their offense isn't really doing much.
I'm
I
looking
hope
at
that doesn't change.
the predicted AP poll for this week, and it has them completely out of the top 10.
Good. I'm just surprised Alabama's still in playoff contention after 2 losses. One of them to Vanderbilt. One of them. And I work with a bunch of Vandy people. Like they go to Vandy, and they've just been talking, not mad talk, and they're just like, we should have beaten Texas. I'm like, I mean, I want, and everyone's like, were you rooting for Vandy? Like, yeah. It's like, no, I was rooting for Texas because Vandy needs to be put back in their place. You know.
They have to take it while they can have it. I mean, they don't get
Well,
to
it's done
celebrate
now.
off.
They got demolished at home against South Carolina.
Yeah. Oh my God, I know. I really wanted them to win that game.
I didn't. I like seeing my sad coworkers coming on Monday. Cause,
I
cause,
just don't want South Carolina to ever win another game, really, I
oh
think.
no, yeah, but it's just like also, cause the way cause their tickets are free, but everyone's been struggling to get tickets for the
They're
games
actually
since
good
they
right now.
beat Alabama. Um, and one of my coworkers, she got tickets. She was waiting in the rain hours before the game started in like a front row seat for the game. She's like, I'm so excited for this game. It's gonna be so much fun. We should win. It's like, you guys should win. It's South Carolina. But I'm like, it's Vanderbilt. Let's pull back on the reins a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Don't get your
And
hopes
it's
up
like, and
too
everyone's
much.
like, oh, Tennessee, that's an easy win. I'm like, y'all need to back the fuck
Yeah,
up.
except when the entire stadium's full of Tennessee fans instead
Right.
of
And it's like, yeah, we're gonna have all it's a home game, so it's good. Golden's like, when's the home game? And it's like, I don't know, it's like a couple weeks like, when is it? It's like, oh no, it's Thanksgiving weekend. And because Vandy doesn't have a lot of like in-state people at their school. It's all
Mhm.
out of state from like because all my coworkers are from Colorado, California, and Boston or New York. Like, and it seems like to be the main areas everybody's from. And it's like, y'all are all gonna leave. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna
Because half of the UT population's from Nashville, so
yeah. And people and it's like and
well,
half
they'll try.
thinks everyone's like, shoot man, it's Thanksgiving. The Vols are playing Vandy in Nashville. Shoot, man, let's go down there. Let's go to Vanderbilt Stadium, that construction zone. Maybe we can, get a couple of overtime hours working in there. Then shoot, we can go right down to Losers, where we can cheer and veer and whatnot, watch some shitty live music, someone do like dun dun dun, and then maybe go home with the City Girl. But who knows? Maybe we'll see where it goes. Well, go Vols! Like that's what it's gonna be. Half the fans are gonna be. Or like
Yes.
the super rich people who are able to like get tickets. Anyway, but it's gonna be fun. I think if we can beat Georgia, I think we'll be fine. I'm not saying we
Yeah.
will. I just feel like I have a tad bit more confidence than like 2 years ago or even last year, like for sure. Because he doesn't really have a lot. He doesn't have a lot of weapons to throw to.
But
And
Squirrel White's back-ish.
no, I was talking about Carson Beck. Who's he?
Oh,
Because last year
I don't know.
it was Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
I mean, they got ETN as their running back, but like he didn't even play most of the time last night because he's been dealing with a rib injury for the past 5 games. And then their other running back fumbled the ball twice yesterday. I was like, damn. So we'll see. We'll see how this weekend goes. Actually, I'll see how the first quarter goes, and then I won't see how it goes.
You just pull it up on your phone. You
Yeah.
could probably pull it up during like the reception.
It's a mass though, and we're standing and sitting and standing and sitting.
Yeah, but it'll only be an hour. You should be able to catch the end of the game.
Yeah, but then I have to go socialize with the parents and everything that I haven't seen in a while. It's like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm lying to them. I'm doing great.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of people there who are wanting to keep up with the game.
Yeah,
I don't think you'll be
it's
alone.
like, maybe not because they planned a wedding. It's at 7:30 at night. Just
It'll
possessed.
be good. It'll be nice.
Yeah. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, let's dive into biggest pet peeves.
God. Do you have one lined up?
I'm thinking we should have like some music or something that's non-copyrighted. I'm thinking 'cause I
Is
think
it just copyrighted?
I'm pretty sure the Jeopardy music is copyrighted.
Mm.
Uh, or while thinking we could just like blast train noises or something. You know,
Oh yeah, just first time with eardrums. That would be good.
I got you. I'll pull up train noises. I got you.
Oh, I can't wait.
I will pull up some train noises. While you think, I'll pull up train noises. Let me see. Just keep thinking. Just keep
I
thinking.
have one actually.
Okay.
Unless you can play the train noises if you'd like. Well, I'll wait for that.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That's a trailer for Moana. Give me a second. Give me 5 seconds.
Train is that?
Don't forget.
Oh, it's a song. Damn it! I got bamboozled. No.
I was fully prepared for Thomas the Train to.
Well, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why that my preschool teacher thought I was autistic when I would not shut up about trains. It's preschool. Anyway, what's your pet peeve?
Well, since we were talking about books, My pet peeve is books that like series of books, but then when they make them and they're like either different sizes or they like don't match, like the spines don't match, or like you can't tell that they're a series. You like put them next to each other and they
Yeah,
look
yeah.
mismatched and weird, or
I mean, yeah, I can only
they don't
really,
release the same. Like, because sometimes it'll be like, oh, some they'll only release in
yeah, and
like
hardcover.
those all match pretty well.
Yeah, these match pretty. You can tell, and the only reason you can tell is just because of the font, really.
Yeah.
But no, I get. Yeah, that is really
Or
annoying.
it's like a funky book cover. You're like, they don't, this is weird.
Or when they like re-release the books later, and then they make like the best example of that is like the new Percy Jackson covers.
There's so many versions of those now.
But like the new, like I saw one the other day.
The like green kind of ones.
No, those ones are fine. Uh, there's one where there was like one where I saw I was like, this is an ugly, ugly book cover.
Or
And,
I also dislike when
oh,
like a movie's coming out and they put like the sticker on the
oh,
book.
or they put like the movie
Yes.
thing on there.
Yes, because I think they did that for Percy Jackson. They were like when like there's versions of the book that
Yeah,
have
I mean,
from the movie
there's
the
one that
cover.
came out like for the graphic novel. Hold up, let me see. How do I? There it is. Share. Here we go. Look at this cover right here. Look at that. For the Heroes of
Oh,
a Son of Neptune.
what?
Look at that. That is horrendous.
Yeah, that is pretty bad actually.
And then like these are bad.
Yeah, those are bad.
Like these ones right here, those are fine.
Yeah, I like those.
But they don't beat the originals.
No, the originals are the
The
best.
originals are so good. I mean, but like this just
Yeah,
looks
that's bad.
I mean, this is for the sequel series, but like these are good. I like these because these ones are like it's a connecting cover for each
Mm-hmm.
book. Like, okay,
That
that's
looks
fine.
cool.
But like, look at these. I
Yeah,
think
I don't like it when there's like real people or like resembling like
I think
real.
this is like the British covers or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Just 'cause they
bad.
get, but like,
I know. Okay, the one right there that says like 5 books. Wait, no, yeah, yeah, right there on the left.
yeah,
Like those covers? No, on the left
this
with
one,
the picture of
Rick
Richard
Riordan.
blah, 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 of him. Yeah,
Yeah,
those
because they've redone a lot of those because the new books are coming out like that.
have, yeah. But I
And
wish they would do the new books in the old style. Like that's the
yeah,
other thing. It's like
well,
when they
because
like
that's the thing. They did them.
redesign them, but they don't redesign everything.
Yeah. Like, because they did, like, for the Trials of Apollo, at least, like, because they did it in the old style for Trials of Apollo. Like, they did them in the old style. Like, that's the old style right there. They did them all five of
Hmm.
them in that. But then there's also these British covers are just horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot get it. I don't get
Like,
it.
yeah.
It's just,
Why is that green book in the middle different? And then books.
I don't,
Like
I
shit
don't know.
like that irritates me. Like why? Like just
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in
make
mid.
them.
No, oh, did I tell you what happened to me when I bought the new Percy Jackson book?
Mm.
I bought it and there was a good 30 pages missing from it.
Like a new copy of it?
I went day of to Books a Million, right? And I bought the book and I'm reading it. I'm getting farther, and it's like a week later because I didn't start until like 5 days later. And then I'm sitting in the Bellevue Public Library back because I didn't have a job at that point. I was just like reading. I was like, it just jumps from 187 to 217. I'm like, where are the rest of these pages? And it's like it's a good chunk of the story is gone.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So I had to go out and buy. So I went to Barnes and Noble instead. I bought the Barnes and Noble exclusive copy, which
Mm.
has a little bit more in it, like in the back, and the pages are different. But it was like it was cheaper somehow. I was like, okay, whatever. But I was like, how do you not have 30 pages of a book?
Yeah, that's really random. And
Yeah.
it's not even like, oh, it was like the first chunk was left out or the back. It's like
No,
in the
it's like
middle.
right in the it's like right in the middle, right at the climax is missing of the book. So it's like it went from like they're hanging out and it was like they're mid. I was like, what? What? And at first, like, oh, they just misprinted the pages. Maybe that's it. I was like, no, this sentence does not go with this sentence up here at the top of this page.
This does not make sense.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, I'm
Um,
buying it.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I have a lot of book pet peeves. Maybe that's what I'll go on now.
Book pet peeves.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know what my pet peeve is currently.
The
Um,
train music again or train sound.
I don't know. I don't think the train music will help me think. Um, I guess just dumb people in general. After just this past week of just nonsense from everything, just stupid, 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 stupid people. Stupid, 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 stupid people.
That's valid. Stupid people.
Stupid people. I dive more into it, but I don't want to go into a full hour-long rant.
I don't have time for that.
We don't have time for that, but no, I
Keep
got
it lighthearted. Stupid people.
no. I'll do a little bit. Um,
Oh, great.
People who claim to be Catholic and all that, and like trying to shove it down my throat, right? For being not being too Catholic, but aren't taking the biggest teachings away from the Bible, which are love thy neighbor and treat others the way you want to be treated, and just weaponizing it for their politics and all that. That's my biggest pet peeve right there.
Valid.
So if you didn't know who I voted for, you should now. Uh,
You said it earlier.
oh, that's right, I did. So anyway, um, that's my without diving fully too into it, because that'll be another day,
That
probably.
could be a whole episode in
That
itself.
we could do a whole.
I don't even need to be here for that. I think you just
No, I
sit
mean,
down to your
no, you don't even really need to be there for that, but it is just forewarning if you're listening. I am right currently. I'm picking and choosing who I still want to like actively hang out and talk with at this point in my life, and I'm just like, it's becoming a lot easier to pick and choose right now for some people. I'm just like, okay, so if I picked you, lucky you. Uh,
lucky us.
lucky you. Okay. Let's do a quick life update, then just wrap it up. So you want to go first with how your job's going and married
Yeah,
life?
it's good. My job's kind of the same. We've got a lot of end of year stuff going on, so I'm just trying to get through that and then kind of just be in the swing of things. We've been home for a month now, which is weird from Italy and everything. So yeah, I mean, it's not all that like married life's kind of the same as it was before. It's not all that different. I still haven't officially changed my name, but hopefully I will do that
Man,
next week.
man, I got a passport before you change your name.
Yeah, I know. We keep saying we're gonna do it, and then things end up coming up. And we're like, well, we'll just wait until next week. And so, but the plan is next Friday. We're gonna go to Social Security office, so we'll see if that actually happens. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. Nothing new around here, really.
Oh,
Just
nice.
married.
Woo!
Yeah. So
Uh,
how's your job? What is
I'm back at St. Bernard, not for school, as an aftercare counselor. So it's just hanging out with the kids after school. It's significantly easier than what I did in Knoxville.
I'm
Like
sure.
significantly easier. There's less like it's a lot less strict. I don't know if strict's the right word. There was a lot of guidelines we had to follow because we were like a grant site for the YMCA. So like we had for a snack we had to have certain foods that were like healthy. So like we have like we'd have frozen fruit one day. We'd have like lunch meat. We'd have grapes. Like the like closest thing we had to name brand like snacks that we had were like goldfish, graham crackers, and Cheerios. Like those three things right there. But we didn't have like no bags of chips, no Oreos, no Doritos. Like everything was like had to be like a certain whatever. And then snack here, it's like, what are we having today? It's like, well, let's just grab some Oreos from the back. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's easy.
It's so easy. And then like we had like there was a schedule we had to do and all that. And with wives, like we have to okay, they come down and at 2:55 and then at 3:15 we'll go into snack time. No, we'll do it like a little bit beforehand, snack time, and then we'll do snack time till like 4, and then the little kids go outside, and then the older kids will go out. We'll do homework time, and then we'll swap, you know. But it's not, it's not really as structured.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, you know, it's fine. But it's like a lot easier. It's been nice though. There's a bunch of teachers there a couple teachers there who still remember, who were still there from when I was there. I got free square pizza the other day.
I saw that.
It
That was
was
exciting.
so good. Oh my God. Mr. Dan made so much. He's like, had to have some. I'm like, Mr. Dan, you just made my Friday. Thank you so much. It's been a rough
So
week.
heavily.
Been a rough week, Mr. Dan, so thank you. And then it's honestly been a nice reset. Like everyone's like, I thought coming home and hanging out with my friend group would be a nice reset, but that wasn't a nice reset. It was very much like it feels just like college, and I'm just not in that same headspace anymore, you know. But then going back to St. Bern, like I don't know, going back to St. Bern, it's just been like a nice reset. Because I'm back to a place where at a time I wasn't truly like super unhappy, you know, at all. So it's like okay, and then the kids are fun, most of them. I already have my favorite. That was quick,
You haven't even been there that long.
quick and easy pick was I've already got my favorite. Um, but it's also just like, Mr. Owen, what are you doing? I've no, it's not doing great. It's like, why? And then they're like, okay, I'm just a little sad. My girl, like when I first got there, it's like, do you have a girl? I was like, no. It's like, why'd you guys break up? I was like, it just didn't work out for either of us, you know.
They don't talk about it. It's still a touchy subject.
And it's like, well, are you guys still friends? I'm like, I'm currently we're not talking. I hope you're friends. Like, why aren't you talking to her? I was like, I don't know. And it's like, well,
Interrogated by fifth
oh no,
graders.
by four, it was just something so simplistic, you know, because I feel like we've made it so complicated and all that shit. Like, I feel like we make it more complicated than it needs to be. Like, everyone's like, you can't be friends with your exes, yada yada. I mean, so to some degree, I agree. Like, if you get cheated on or some shit, I'm like, there's no being friends there. That's a level of
Yeah.
trust that's been fucking broken. But these kids are just like, you know, well, were you guys really good friends like beforehand? It's like you were pretty decent friends. We became really good friends when we started dating. It's like, well, why aren't you talking to her anymore? It's like, well, because we're not dating. It's like, so I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, so I mean, like, do you like her? It's like, not like, it's like that way. It's like, but do you like her as a person? Like, yeah. I was like, well, why aren't you guys friends? I'm like, oh shit, you're fucking right.
You're so
Yeah,
right.
I
The
just need,
wisdom of children.
I just got to get out of my own fucking head. You know, it's like. And it's like, wouldn't you rather just have a friend than not have her at all? I was like, fuck, damn it.
So
Go.
the children are your therapists.
I mean, they're not therapist. Like, it's just so simple minded. You know, it's just like, it was like, why can't you guys be friends? And it's like, well, she lives far away. It's like, okay, and I'm like, ah, okay. I'm just gonna keep asking, and why? You know, and it works, but
They convinced you.
they convinced me. Like, it's not. I was for literally most. I was just kind of in my own head for a bit, and I was just like, I mean, I think we'll be really good friends, and it's like, okay, but they're fun to play. I've also learned that the best, dude, I've learned there are muscles in my legs that did not know existed just from playing basketball with these kids and
Oh.
like, football. But I pulled something in my ass. I'm like, how the fuck did I do that shit? And I'm like, I haven't been, but like, my legs have finally, my body's adjusted back to being that because it's only 3 hours of aftercare, but it's non-stop running for those 3 hours,
Hmm.
and it's like cutting and shit and like juking people out, and it's like I haven't had to do this fully since probably eighth grade, doing
Yeah.
this non-stop, and I was like, okay, this is actually a really good cardio workout, right? Because like, well, because I sit
Your
around
heart
all
rate
day
up.
and then I go play. And then I look at how much I've moved. It's like you've moved 2.53 miles. Like I've run 2.53 miles on this tiny square patch of turf that they have outside. I'm like, this is baffling, but it's fun. I mean, I'm getting paid more here than I was at Disney,
That's good.
but I get paid monthly, so I got to like learn actually how to budget,
Yeah.
which is, it's a good thing. But, we'll see where it goes. Everyone thinks I should teach, so
I mean, don't you want to teach?
yeah, but I can't teach in Tennessee. There's too many restrictions and all that. When there's
If
like,
you're a private school, I mean,
I
it's
know.
still restrictions, but it's different. I
I don't
mean,
think I could teach at a Catholic school.
there are
I know. Yeah,
non-religious
yeah,
private
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
schools.
yeah. I don't want to teach, but like the only ones I can think of are like what MBA and Ensworth. I don't want to teach those
Or
kids.
Harpeth Hall,
I don't want
or
to teach those kids.
what else is there? Yeah, is that
I think there's the only like major like
non-religious one?
non-religious. I mean, there's BA, it's Christian, but it's not like
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah, like CPA, but
canon.
CPA is Presbyterian, and
And there's BGA, which that's
is FRA? FRA.
FRA isn't Christian, maybe? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It's just
There are definitely more. We're just not thinking of them. But I do think a lot of them are
yeah,
some Christian denomination.
it's mainly Christian, you know. So I'm just like so anyway, but it's been okay. Making money, got my passport. Hopefully, you know, hopefully by this next time we're here, I can talk about the Eras tour. I only know like I've I think it'd be fun to go, and it'll be my first time out of the country.
It would be fun to go. You just
Yeah,
have to win the.
I
I'm
mean,
sure there's plenty of people.
yeah, well, you know, there's a chance, you know,
There is a chance. There's always a chance.
always a chance. And if I win, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That
That'd
would
be a great episode.
that would be a great episode. We could do an episode of me in Vancouver and you here. Yeah.
Sounds great.
No. Okay, to wrap it up, let's do a poll. Okay. For who we want as our next guest. Should we do like a group like 3 people? Or should
Sure.
we okay. Because we could do the next episode, maybe if we're not too so we could do we have some ideas for who we want as guests, right?
Hmm.
I want to bring we both approved of these guests. We are for sure gonna have Sophia's dad on at some point.
Hmm.
Because it's not fair that my dad got on here and Sophia's dad hasn't gotten here yet, right?
Plus, we need to do a joint dad episode.
No. We will see how that. Okay, we'll see. We want to do a mom's episode
Hmm.
where it's
That would be good.
both of our moms on here at the same time.
Yeah.
That one we can do without any problem, I think.
Yes.
think
I
the
think
joint,
that would be fine.
I think the joint dads episode will be the problem. Uh,
I can see
so we
that.
got Sophia's dad, both our moms. We want to do a sisters episode
Hmm.
where we have our sisters on here.
Yep.
My sister's down.
Alexander's down.
Yeah. So we'd have to find a time to do that when they're both like I think
So,
a a random like a Wednesday maybe during Thanksgiving break maybe possibly
yeah.
maybe
I mean, sometime where they're on break since they're both in school.
yeah
So,
I think Thanksgiving break that Wednesday would probably be the best time if we don't have any plans. And fourth one, I want to bring some Disney people on that I worked with at Disney.
hmm.
Specifically, the first one I want to bring on, their name is Tyr, and Tyr's like let me hold up. Let me give you a snippet of what Tyr's personality is real quick.
You have
Uh,
like a video.
no, I have a sound recording.
Oh,
Oh, and I didn't forget. I just got busy about the diet. GT was not great.
No,
It
that's
was
not the
okay.
one. Where's
that sounds
here it
very
is.
normal.
Here it is. They made this on GarageBand.
What are they gonna sing?
Yeah, they're gonna sing. Give it a second. I forgot how long it takes for them to start singing. Here it is. It's coming up. Hold up.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh wait. The part right here that I want to. Here it is.
My soup. A kiwi in my soup. The bird, not the fruit. There's a kiwi in my soup.
Can you hear
My
that?
soup. A kiwi in my soup. The bird, not the fruit. There's a kiwi in my soup. A kiwi in my soup. A kiwi in my soup. The bird, not the fruit. There's a kiwi in my soup. A kiwi in my soup.
So so that's Tyr.
What? the fuck? Okay.
I think we should get Tyr on here. Tyr,
Sounds
Tyr,
great to me.
Tyr's the best. We will have content for days if we get Tyr on here. So
Sounds like it.
yeah, they're great. They're hilarious. They get mistaken for a young gentleman a lot, and it pisses them off. Like the best part, we were working at a kiosk, and Tyr is like an older gentleman comes up and is like, because we're both on register, and it's like, you are both fine young gentlemen. Then he walks away to get his food, and she's like, gentlemen, what is this? And I'm laughing my ass off. It's like, what is it that I get mistaken for a gentleman? This, I was like, again? I was like, what do you mean again, Tears? Like, this happened to me in my own home. A plumber came to fix something, and they said, thank you, young sir, and then left. And then I was like, young sir. And Tier was there for a lot. It got to the point where Tier and I couldn't be scheduled together.
As you got problems.
Because we were
Get
having
distracted.
too much fun. We we
Mm.
had we had to have our their coordinator notes. Like they like after each day, they like, hey, what happened at the kiosk? Keep a note on this. It's like I had to redirect Owen and Tier several times today. Reset expectations with Owen.
Couldn't stay on task.
But we did. There was no line at the kiosk. We did our job at registers. It's fun, but I think Tier should be our next guest on. I'm pushing for Tier. I'm pushing for Tier.
Owen's team
We'll
tier.
set up a poll. Sisters, moms, Sophia's dad, or Tier.
Okay.
But or we'll just put Disney guest. How about that? Disney guest, because I have I have a couple more people from Disney that I would love to get on here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So vote for the poll. Do it.
Yeah, if you've made it this far in the episode.
I feel like this is one of our shorter episodes. So actually,
Yeah, it is, but I think the beginning might have deterred some people.
I,
Or maybe they just skipped through it.
I think the sex books will bring more people in.
You think?
I think you know what
Okay.
they say, sex sells, and nothing sells more than a proud length. I think the exact wording is proud length. So, hey, if you like
Hey.
proud lengths, subscribe. Go to our YouTube, follow our channel. Hey, there's more proud links to come. Ally. See you.
Good. Great.